Hello. Testing, testing. Test, test, test. Give me a sec. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Alright, alright, alright. Alright, I think we're good. I think the audio's fine, hopefully. If I need to turn it down, I guess I could turn it down a bit more. Or should I? I'll just leave it. I'll leave it until someone complains, I guess. But alright. Time to talk about some music. Talking about Pitchfork today. A publication that I respect a lot, actually. It's one of my favorite music publications out there. I think they do a good job bringing light to smaller artists, some very creative artists, not necessarily too mainstream, but they do talk about some mainstream artists as well, as they should, right? And they have two lists that are very, very controversial at the moment. As I've heard, I haven't seen or gone through them, and they're the 100 best songs of the 2020s so far, and the 100 best albums of the 2020s so far. I guess I should have added that to the title, the 100 part. Let me see if I can. Reacting to Pitchfork's list of the 100 best or best 100? 100 best. Okay. Update. Yeah, we're good. We're good. So, I think we should look through the songs list first before jumping into the albums list. Yeah, let me make sure. Looks good. No, not this one. Okay. Okay, let me. I'm trying to figure out the best way to set it up. I mean, that looks fine. It's just the title. It's all messed up. Which is alright. This is not what we need, okay? Well, what we need is to see the 100 best songs of the 2020s so far. Ignore how the title's not in frame. But here's the little blurb that they have. I'm not going to read all the blurbs for every single one of these songs and albums when we get to the albums list. But I'll at least read this part. So, I guess this is... there's no specific author, apparently. It's by Pitchfork. Dropped September 30th, 2024. So this says, when I joined Pitchfork a couple months ago as its new editor, we got to work on what you're reading now. The best songs of the 2020s so far. Our first big list of the year. On the surface, there's something a little trivial about the best of the 2020s so far as a concept. Like, really? 5 years? Why not just thug it out the full decade? But then I realized that not only are slightly arbitrary lists fun to make, but holy shit, so much has happened in 5 years. So I think that's a great point, honestly. I think part of this year's list week is me implementing my top 50 albums of this current decade. I think that's what I want to do. Maybe even songs. I don't know. You guys let me know if you want to see that. But yeah, we're at the halfway point basically by the end of this year. So I think it's a good time to have these conversations, especially since in another 5 years we're not going to be talking about half of these albums and songs. So might as well shine some light on them before we forget about them, I guess. Those lockdown records sound entirely like a different era, yet feel inseparable from the shape of music right now, from rap getting brasher and noisier to online scenes blossoming during quarantine to entire subculture of music being shot to the moon and stripped for parts by TikTok. Music as we know it fundamentally shifted this half decade. Listening through hundreds of songs and whittling down these lists with the Pitchfork staff has been full of laughter and bewilderment and tough debates, but it was mostly about remembering all the little moments of musical joy and wonder from earlier phases of our lives, some of which were actually that special in hindsight, and some of which were definitely not. Today is songs, tomorrow or later in this live stream is albums, and then we've got some smart essays from critics on how they've heard the 2020 so far. And this is by Mano Sundares. And I'm bad at reading names, so my bad. But yeah, okay. We got their thought process down. Now let's actually look through the list. And we were spoiled by number 100, Lil Yachty with Poland. Very weird track. You know, the vocals is not necessarily the most normal sounding, but they're interesting, they're fun. I think what Yachty was doing here is very interesting, and yeah, I'm not mad at this. I might skip over a few songs since we got 100 of them, so yeah, I'm gonna save some yapping for later, I guess. Like this song, I'm not familiar with it. Maybe I've heard it before. It says listen here. We got an ad. We still got an ad. Yeah, let's not do this. I'm just gonna get distracted for a bit, so let's not do that. Let's skip that. Nasty though by Tinashe. I like this track. It's fun. It's it's a fun song. I guess I'll leave it there. A freaky deaky song, I guess. So cool seeing this there. There's some other songs here I'm not very familiar with. So I'm feeling kind of, out of sync right now. Like I don't know most of these songs at the moment. I do know this one. Billie Eilish with Happier Than Ever. What a banger this track is. Oh my god, it's her going into a rock realm, and it's so cool. Like the anticipation, the way that she builds on this track is so cool. And yeah, I'm a big fan of this track. I don't really go back to this album as often as her other two albums, but this song, the title track, is definitely one that I go back to quite a bit. So there's that. We got Bear One Boss. We got some Pink Panthers. A lot of Pain. I wonder if there's gonna be more Pink Panthers, because we of course have that banger with Ice Spice, So I forgot what it's called actually, but yeah, this can't be the only Pink Panther sighting we see, because we gotta get the collaboration with Ice Spice. It's Ice Spice. We gotta have Ice Spice in the mix. But yeah, Pain is a banger. I love Pink Panthers. Definitely one of my favorite artists right now. I love her style. I think what she's doing is really cool. So shout out to her. I've heard a lot of good things about, I believe it's live. I could be wrong. But I haven't checked this out, so can't say much. We got NBA Youngboy over here with Nevada. Okay. It's whatever. Japanese Breakfast, be sweet. Okay, shout out Japanese Breakfast. Always love to see a Japanese Breakfast sighting. It's been a while since I've gone to this album, but I remember really liking it. So yeah, it's been a while since we've had new music from Japanese Breakfast, I believe. So it'd be nice to hear some more from her. Okay, so we got I didn't even know Azalea Banks still makes music. That's interesting. We got Thames in the list. I don't know who Jalen is, but shout out Jalen. There's a lot of tracks here that I don't know. Especially, what is this? What is this Alvin and the Chipmunk ass cover art? Okay, I gotta give this one a listen. Okay. The longer you listen, the better it gets, apparently. I'm looking at the comments right now, and that was the first thing that was mentioned. Ooh. What? Okay. The vocals is reminding me of FK Twigs. I don't know if any of you picked that up, but this is what I'm hearing. It's teasing right now. It's teasing. Okay. What's going on? Alright. It's good. It's good. I can see why it's on the list. I don't want to end it, but we gotta move on. Okay, I gotta stop it. I'm sorry. I gotta stop it because we've got a whole list to go through right now. But, okay, shout out Hudson Mohawk. That sounds familiar, but yeah, shout out to you. Alright, Black Midi. We got Black Midi in the mix. John L. Nice. Oh, I should probably show the list. There we go. Black Midi. John L. Nice. Boy Genius and Boy Genius Love. Okay, not my cup of tea, but I know a lot of people love Boy Genius. 645 AR. Okay, interesting choice. For sure, that baby high pitched vocals is a choice. SZA with Good Days. I really like this track. It's a nice listen, gentle on the ears. I love SZA, so SZA had to be here, and this is probably her biggest song this decade. Well, there's Kill Bill as well, but I think I'd take Good Days over Kill Bill. But that's just me. We got Christina and the Queens, Playboy Cardi at Meh. This one's kind of mid. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of mid when it was released. I was expecting a lot more, and it was not it. It was not. Soccer Mommy, okay. Blade, okay. A lot of tracks here. Don't really know. Dua Lipa, Don't Start. Oh, Don't Start Now. Yeah, I like that one. Dua Lipa's fire. In many ways, Dua Lipa does things that impress me. I'll say that. This one seems interesting. I've never heard of this one. At 52, Young Slow B, Unforgivable, featuring Draco the Ruler. Sorry. Got a Kobe jersey. Is this about Kobe? I'm curious as a Kobe fan myself. Just gonna listen for a sec, just for a little bit. Oh my god. I'm purposely not showing the music video because that's how my streams get. Oh my god. Get like, I can't even think right now. Get suspended for a sec. But the visuals here are kind of crazy. So it looks like a video I could have made, honestly. Keep in mind, this is number 52 of the best songs of the 2020s. I mean, it's not bad. I don't know what's the relationship with Kobe, but I guess shout out to them. I don't know. Like, it just seems like a random like rap track. Honestly, like that. I don't see anything special about it, but I only gave it a minute, so maybe I should have listened to the whole thing. But we don't have that time. I gotta work tomorrow, and I'm kind of bored, so that's why I'm doing this. Next track, we got Tyler with Water. What can I say? What can I say about Tyler, bro? There's not much I can say. That's the thing. So I guess we'll move on. I'm not even talking about the music anymore, but still, Tyler. Ooh, okay. Troye Sivan Rush. This is actually a fire track. I put this in my top 50 list last year. Troye Sivan isn't someone I would normally listen to, but this track is cool. I love the group chorus on this one. It's very fun, and upbeat. So I guess shout out to Troye Sivan there. We're going Glorilla. Which one is this? Which one is this? Okay, I'm gonna need a little reminder real quick. Oh, it's this track. Okay, I could. Yeah, I can see why. Maybe where it's at in the list in the top 50 might be a bit high, but this song's fire. This song's fire. Where is it at? 45? I mean, maybe high, but honestly, it's fire. I like it. Shout out Glorilla. Okay. We got Big Thief. We got Jessica Pratt. We got I always mess up her name. Chapel Roan at 42 with Good Luck Babe. I kind of need a reminder on that one too. How does it go again? Okay, I remember. I just needed the little reminder. I don't really listen to Chapel Roan. She is growing on me though. I think she is a great vocalist. I just think her influences are very prevalent on her sleeve, but she's very talented, a very talented singer indeed. And I guess I should listen to her album from last year. I think that would be a good idea for a music content creator like me to do. But yeah, there's Chapel Roan. And speaking of Princess, we've got Ice Spice at 41 with Munch. Is it my favorite Ice Spice track? I don't know. Maybe. It's the one that blew her up. And I think that's why it's on the list. It's the one that put her on the map. And yeah, without this song, we wouldn't know the amazingness of Ice Spice. So yeah, this has done a lot of great things for the world of hip hop. That's for sure. Introducing us to Ice Spice. So yeah, shout out to Munch and all the Munches out there. All the The Munchies. Okay, we got Mitski working for the knife. What's that one? I can't be looking or listening to every track here. I should move. No, I want to listen. Have I heard this one before? Working for the knife. Oh, it's off of that one album I didn't really like. This- The one where she's like going in that country direction. I'm not a country guy, so that's why I wasn't a fan of that album. Maybe I should have given that more of a listen, but off of the seconds I was listening to it, I couldn't figure out what that song was. So I don't know. I do know this one, 37 Ski Yee. This one's a fire track. I don't care what anybody has to say. Ski Yee is just a fun track. That's it. That's all it needs to be. It's nothing too serious. It's just club music. Okay, so if you don't go to the clubs, then I get it. I guess I don't go to the clubs. Do I look like I go to the clubs? No, but I do think this is a fire track to just have fun partying to, and that's all. I think that's fine. What are your top 5 this year so far? Are we talking about songs or albums? Um, right now I'm looking at songs. That's why I'm asking. Let me know. I can give you a rough idea. I have my list. Ooh, 34 Turnstile. Mystery. I love Turnstile. Turnstile's so good. So good. Albums. Okay. Magdalena Bay with Imaginal Disc is for sure up there. No worries. Uh, what the new JPEG Mafia? I laid down my life for you, I believe. Let me look at my list real quick. I can pull it up quickly. And I'm not gonna give it in order because I'm gonna make my video at the end of the year. But I'm gonna give you what I have at the moment. I could give you both, honestly, the best songs and albums. But yeah, we got Magical Disc. We got I Laid Down My Life for You by JPEG Mafia. The new Denzel album. What is it called, bro? I'm blinking. Okay, King of the Mischievous South Volume 2. That's up there for me. No Worries, Why Lord. Of course, we gotta talk about Brat by Charlie XCX. Hit Me Hard and Soft by Billie Eilish. I love that album too. Peggy for Show. That dude's nuts. He is. I've seen him live before, and it was a crazy experience. I wish I went to the new concert or the new tour with the promoting his new album. But yeah, those are some of my favorites. We got the new Kali Uchis too from earlier this year. That's really good. But yeah, that's a little bit more than 5. But those are some songs that I've been loving. Cowboy Carter by Beyonce. Like, yeah, these or albums I should say. Those are some of the albums I've been listening to and enjoying this year. Okay, but yeah, Turnstile by Mystery by Turnstile. My bad, is a fire track. Turnstile is so good. They should drop more music. Honestly, this is a crazy band. Heard good things about Sufjan Stevens. I never dove into them. Or him. My bad. Sabrina Carpenter with Espresso. Not one of my favorites, but I understand why it's on the list. She's made huge waves this year. She really has, and gained such a huge popularity that it makes sense that Espresso's here. I just can't remove the fact that like Espresso sounds like a Doja Cat song. Ever since someone, like, I think it was a TikTok, a TikTok said that Espresso is basically a Doja Cat song, I couldn't get that out of my head. And every time I listen to it, I'm like, It should have been Doja. It should have been Doja Cat. Ooh, the nemesis Olivia Rodrigo above Sabrina Carpenter with "Good for You." Fire track. I do like Olivia Rodrigo a bit more. Don't listen to her often, but for what it is, it's good music. We got Charlie XCX and Lord with the Girl So Confusing version with Lord. Which I like. I like this version, but I think I prefer the original, honestly. And then we got Beyonce with Alien Superstar. Let's go. This is a fire track. Fire track. From the Queen Bee. Fire album too. I love Renaissance. Renaissance is amazing. It really is. We got okay at 22. We got WAP by Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. It's a funny track. To me, it's funny. It is. I think the lyricism on that track is nutty, and it's not to be taken seriously. I think a lot of prunes out there took it way too seriously when it's just a fun, stupid track to enjoy or not. Like it's like it's not that deep. Use Tumor. I don't know. But Gospel for a New Century is so good. Such a great track. What a pick. Honestly. This is good. It's been a while since I've listened to this track, but I remember enjoying it a lot. Next track is Earl Sweatshirt making the band Danity Kane. I don't remember listening to this. Have I listened to this? Oh, I think I have. Yeah. Diddy? Yo! Diddy reference? Gotta get out of here. I'm sorry. Okay. We're skipping. What is this cover? It's just a okay, moving on. Bad Bunny. I don't remember the song, but I do remember kind of liking this album. I just don't remember what it was about. I really don't. I'm just gonna skip over it. I'm not gonna listen to it. We got Always, Wednesday, New Jeans with Super Shy. I love this song. It's such a cute song. I'm not even a K-pop guy, but it's such a cute little fun track. And they have another track kind of popping off at the moment. Is it called ETA or something? I think that's what it's called. At least that's what's in the chorus. So, shout out to them, I guess. I hope they keep doing what they're doing. We're getting closer to the top 10. BFB The Pac-Man. Free Joe Exotic featuring Sada Baby. Okay. Okay. Moving on. Okay, top 10. Xavier So Bass, Crisp Dubs. I don't know. This is very random to me. But apparently it's like Little B. Okay. Fiona Apple, I Want You to Love Me. I remember enjoying this album. I just haven't come back to it, so I can't really tell you how I feel about this track, but I do remember enjoying this album. Bob Dylan dropped something this year, or this decade. Bob Dylan with Murder Most Foul. That's kind of nutty. What an album cover that is. Shout out Bob Dylan. Alex G. I think my sister listens to him with Runner. We have Unknown and the Johnsons with It Must Change. Number 5, Low, Days Like These. 4, Caroline Polachek, Bunny Is a Writer. Have I listened to that one? I feel like I have. Maybe I have. I don't know, honestly. I don't know if I've listened to it. I have heard of this one. Everybody has. Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us. The song that put the the song that we used to dance over Drake's grave, essentially, after he destroyed Drake in that rap battle. Maybe overplayed, but it's fire. It is. What is this? RXK Nephew, American Terrorist. It's at number 2. I gotta listen to it. What in the world is this gonna sound like?
They say Jesus was a nephew. You know what I'm saying? They say his mom was a virgin. So when he was born, they told him he was sent from
This
God,
is
so
the
he started going
second
to
best
village,
song
they killed his ass. That's
within
crazy.
this decade, according to Pitchfork.
They killed Jesus for helping the people. That's why I ain't got patience with people. In the Bible, God dealing with Eve. They said God didn't deal with the devil.
Why is he spinning?
That's the reason Job lost his house. That's the reason Job lost his kids. I'm reading the Bible like, what is this? Adam made
What?
Eve for one rib. They made the world in 7 days. So Adam and Eve had 1,000 kids. Cain and Abel, they fell out beefing. Me and my brother, we fell out beefing. They said cocaine, that was on the tree. What if Adam would have never fucked Eve? Why Eve made that nigga eat that? That's why I don't eat bitch food now. Job lost his whole fucking family. They said God gave him 100 cows, like 200 horses or something. How the fuck is that worth my kid?
Why is this so good?
Get this right, this because of Eve. Okay, I'm for with Adam, but I'll beat the shit out of Eve. How the hell do I got the forbidden tree? Somebody show me the forbidden tree. I believe God, but I ain't too religious. How the fuck they really got a picture of Jesus? Name one person who was alive with Jesus. How the fuck they telling me I need Jesus? If I need Jesus, then where's Jesus? Or if I get shot, I'ma meet Jesus. So I gotta
This
die
is
just
so
to meet
good.
Jesus. Fucked up world, fucked up people. The first religion, they worship the sun. They made some bullshit story about that. They said the sun went down cause of sins. The sun was never gonna come back. Every 1,000 years, it's a new religion. Unk in the street screaming new religion. Pastor got diamonds rocking true religion. Pray to who? You must be tripping. Bitch, I'm praying to my money rag. They said we living in Revelations. Vaccine got us mutating. So fuck it then, I'ma go take it. If the whole world.
Wait, who was touring with Peggy?
I'ma have 1,800 guns, 30 Audis and 20 Camaros. They said the world was ending.
I think I missed your chat. Who was touring with Peggy?
They talking about the calendar ended. 8 years later, a pandemic. Swine flu, Ebola, COVID-19 was different. All of that shit was killing people. I ain't scared of that. Guns kill people. I ain't scared of guns. AIDS kill people. I can die in a car crash.
No, this track is too much. What a track! I can kind of see it. I can kind of see why that's number 2. What a crazy track, bro. So random, but it's so funny. And the biblical references it's too much, but honestly that's so funny. That's fun. That's a fun track. I'm not mad at it being number 2. Mind you, again, number 2 within this current decade. We've got this track at number 2 within this current decade. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Oh yeah, okay. So he was opening up for Peggy. Now I wish I went to the tour, dude. I wish I went to a show. Well, that would have been so funny to see this guy live and hear his music for the first time. If that was my first reaction to one of his songs, imagine listening to other songs from him live. Oh my god, that would have been so insane. It would be like, what's his name? Bruiser Wolf. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Bruiser Wolf, but I think that's his name. Let me double check. But he was opening for Danny Brown this year when I went to the Danny Brown concert. And I believe he's a Detroit rapper. Yeah, Bruiser Wolf. His punchlines are insanely funny. You guys should give it a listen. His rapping style kind of reminds me of like E40. Sometimes he sounds like he's rapping off beat, but it's fire. Like the punchlines are fire. So, and listening to him for the first time live was crazy. I actually got to take a picture with him after the show too. He had one like really touching song at the end, so we talked about that for a bit. And yeah, shout out to Bruiser Wolf. Shout out to him. But okay, number 1. The number 1 song of this current decade, according to Pitchfork, is Lana Del Rey A&W. I couldn't get into this song, honestly. I remember a lot of hype going around this album. Fantano gave it like a 9 out of 10. It was like in everybody's top list of the year when this was released. And so was the song. This song was, I think, nominated for a Grammy and stuff. And I couldn't get into it. I just couldn't. Is this a track where she started rapping randomly? Like, I could not get into this song or this album. I've never been a Lana guy. That's why I don't talk about her, honestly. Because I feel like I'm the outlier here. I feel like I'm the only person that doesn't vibe with Lana Del Rey and this track and her newest albums. So I rather just not talk about it because I'm not getting it. So I guess this is the number one song of the 2020s so far. Is this list controversial? Maybe. I think this list is fun. Honestly, I don't think this list should be as hated as much as people are currently hating on it. A lot of people are not fans of the weird artists that are thrown into these, like our next nephew. But I think the purpose of this list is to put people onto the music, and that's what it's doing for me. Now I'm gonna listen to RX Nephew because what a funny rapper, dude. Those lyrics were so good in a weird way. So yeah, I think people are taking these lists too seriously, because I've seen a lot of people mad about them when they really shouldn't be. It's not that serious. But who knows? Maybe I will get mad at the top 100 albums of the 2020s so far. But there's only one way to find out. It's by actually looking through it. And there's a little blurb here. So it says, there are certainly existential questions to ask about the album in an era where the platforms that be are trying to steer the direction of music towards fragments of songs. But if this list is any indication, it remains as vital a form as ever. Here are the best albums of the 2020s so far. You'll find high BPM dance music, hypnotic ambient jazz, new gen indie rock, daring rage rap, and maybe, just maybe, the album that scored a perfect 10. So Pitchfork gave a 10, I guess. Interesting. But yeah, let's go through it. We already got spoiled with the first one, Jadis, with hard pacing. Not familiar with it, so we'll move on. Not familiar with this. We'll move on. I heard good things about this album. I've never listened to it. Vampire Weekend, Only God was above us. I guess I should listen to it. I never have, so yeah, we can move on. No Name Sundial. This album would have been really good if No Name wasn't so pretentious, and if what's his name? He's super overrated. What's his name? I can't think of his name. Oh my god. Okay. Let me look it up really quickly because it's bothering me. I'm looking it up. J Electronica. If that racist verse from J Electronica wasn't there, then maybe I would have liked it a bit more. I don't know. It seemed kind of anti-Semitic to me, but that's just me, I guess. Okay, so that's No Name. We got... What else do we have? Tyler, the Creator, Call Me If You Get Lost. Okay, I really like that album. Happy to see it here. Dijon, I've heard good things about this album. I just never given a listen, but maybe I should. Ken Carson over Tyler the Creator. Are we serious? That's an odd choice. That's an odd choice. We're speeding through this. Heim, okay. Eternal Take? Again, Overcome Me If You Get Lost? That's another weird choice. Why are we doing that? Why are we doing that? That's not okay. Alright, most of these albums I've actually never listened to, so I guess that's telling me that I need to step up my game a bit. The 1975 Being Funny in a Foreign Language is here. Soul Glow with Diaspora Problems, okay. Taylor Swift, Folklore. Rather see Folklore than like Midnight, so I'll take that. Chief Keef for them. Okay, this one's fire. This is a fire pick. I like this album a lot, actually. This one's, yeah, fire. We got Makami, Pray for Haiti. Let's go. A decent album. Maybe a little overrated, but I like it. Blade and Echo 2K album. I forgot Bjork dropped an album this decade. It's a little surprising. Dua Lipa, Future Nostalgia. Okay. And then Bad Bunny. And then The Weeknd. Wow, what a lineup. Dawn FM. This is an amazing album. I prefer Dawn FM over After Hours. Hopefully the new Weeknd album is just as good. 10,000 Gex by 100 Gex. Fire album. If I do say so myself. I mess with the Gex. I think they're fire. So, yeah. Yeah, 10,000 Gex is a fun album. Student Archives. I haven't listened to this, but I probably should. I've heard good things. And I'm not really a fan of Phoebe Bridgers. I don't know why. It's, I guess, similar to Lana. It's just not my cup of tea, I guess. I tried giving it a listen, but I just couldn't connect with it. At least within the first listen. But maybe I should give it another listen. This album, on the other hand, Heaven to a Tortured Mind, is so good. What a wicked album. The instrumentation here, the performances here is killer. Like, it is. It really is. Heard good things about Perfume Genius. Faye Webster. I haven't listened to this album, but I listened to her newest album that was released this year, and I really like it. It's really good. So I should definitely check this out. I know I'm funny. Haha. Okay. I like the title. I wasn't a fan of this one right here. I love the album cover. That's why I decided to give it a listen. But Raven did not connect with me like at all. It really didn't. I just couldn't get into it for some reason. Jane Remover. Okay. Jessica Pratt. Okay. Turnstile. Glow On. What an album this is. This is a fun one. Not only is this album fire, but the Bad Bad Not Good like remix EP is so good. They're like interpretations of this album is beautifully done. And yeah, this album in general is just so good. Turnstile is amazing. We need new Turnstile music ASAP. Kendrick Lamar, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. One of my favorite rap albums of this decade, honestly. Like this, I love this album probably more than most Kendrick fans. Like I always had this take where I think it might be a top 2 Kendrick album. It's battling up there with Good Kid, Mad City, in my opinion. And I know not everybody has that opinion. No, that's a very that's a hot take, but I really like this album. It's Really good. How personal it gets, the lyricism here, the experimentation here, while also having some listenable fire bangers that you could repeat listen over and over again. It's very well done. Mirror is one of my favorite Kendrick songs. There's a lot of great stuff here. So, yeah, Mr. Morale, it's fire. It really is. Jesse Ware, let's go. This album's so good. I need to get it on vinyl. I've been meaning to do that. It's such a fun disco album. It really is. Okay. We got Alex G again. Sexier Red. Okay. I don't think I'd put it this high. Over Mr. Morale. Over Call Me If You Get Lost. Like, if you want to put it in the list, put it in the list, but not at 23. That's kind of insane. Put it a little closer to 100, please. Por favor. Jasmine Sullivan, Ho's Tales. It's good. Never really obsessed over that one, but it's good. Amari, Fountain Baby. Another one where, like, I listened to it. It's fine. It's good, but never really went back to it. FK Twins, Magdalene. There's some very passionate songs here. Some crazy, crazy tracks here. It kind of just fell out of rotation for me. But yeah, there's some insane tracks here. We got the Lana that I never really liked. Did you know that there's a tunnel under Ocean Boulevard? Yeah, for some reason I could never connect to this one. But I know a lot of people love it. Always Blue Rep. Oh, Billy Woods, Kenny Siegel, Maps. This is a great album. I just bought Hiding Places on vinyl. I was hoping to get Maps on vinyl too, but I guess I was too late. There's no copies for retail price, so maybe if I get lucky in the future, I can get it for a decent deal, but it seems like I'm not getting Maps anytime soon. But this is good. I think Billy Woods, to me, I feel like for the most part, sounds fire on Kenny Siegel's production. Because there's other albums of his that it's a bit much. I'm not really invested into it. But every time he is with Kenny Siegel, okay, I'm invested. I'm in. It's like Kenny Siegel and The Alchemist are two producers that I love it when they work with Billy. I do. And yeah, Maps is fire. Fire album. Caroline Polachek, Desire I Want to Turn Into You. Good album. I liked it a lot. A lot of people named it like their pop album of last year. That wasn't my take on it, but I did like it. I think I really liked the outro, if I remember correctly. I think that's like the song I like the most off of it, but yeah, good album, I guess. Big Thief, heard good things about it. I think it was like on the longer side, so I never gave it a listen, but I could be wrong there. Okay, top 10. Top 10 time. What do we have? We got Waxahachie with St. Cloud. Ooh, Chukui Mani Kondori DJ E. He looks like a deal. What is this album? I'm kind of curious. Give me a sec. What is this? Let's listen to a little bit, because there's gotta be a reason why it's in the top 10. Dude, I don't think it's on Spotify. What? DJ E? I don't even think it's on Spotify. Bro, how am I supposed to listen to it? Okay, what is this? Okay, how about... Let me try again. Dude, it's not on here. That's interesting. Okay. Sorry. Shout out to them, I guess. I'm very curious about it. What is this title? Hey, yo. Bro. Okay. We're moving on to Rosalia Motomami. I feel like I've been saying this a lot, but another album I didn't really vibe with. Like, I like the experimentation. My bad. Yeah, just another one where like I appreciate what she was doing here. I like the experimentation. I like what she was trying to do. I just didn't like the album that much. I didn't. It does look like it's from the 80s, but based off of that title, I don't think it is. If we're still talking about this album right here. Ugh. Okay. 7, Charlie XCX, Brat. Kind of expected.